traditional Bolognese sauce. The Bolognese sauce is a tomato-based sauce which is used for all sorts of different kinds of pastas. Now we're going to start off by preparing the vegetables. I've got 4 vegetables to show you how to prepare: a carrot, an onion, a pepper and some mushrooms. You will need to, in your lesson, bring 2 vegetables that you like and that you need to prepare. You can add extra vegetables if you want, but you won't have time in the lesson to prepare any more than 2 vegetables. But you could bring in sweet corn or peas or diced courgettes and add to it as well. My Bolognese sauce is going to be a minced beef one. You can use whatever mince you want to use: pork, chicken, lamb. You can use veggie mince or corn mince, or if you don't like the texture of meat at all, then you will make a vegetable sauce using at least 4 vegetables. So the first thing we need to do is we need to prepare our low-risk foods. Those foods that bacteria do not grow easily on, and those are our vegetables. So I've washed my pepper, and if you remember in year 7, we treated a pepper like a box. We cut off the sides of our pepper, we cut off the bottom, and we threw the lid away. Okay? We're then going to bridge and claw with your hand, slice and then dice. And we need to cut all our vegetables to a size that will cook in 15 minutes, because your sauce will simmer for 15 minutes. So bridge with your, claw with your hand, slice and then dice. Now these peppers are full of fibre because we're leaving the skin on, and the red ones also contain vitamin A, whereas if we had a green pepper they would contain iron. So try and get them as even as possible. If you feel that you're quite a quick cook, then you can prepare more than 2 vegetables, but you must have 2 vegetables in your Bolognese sauce. Bolognese sauce was invented in Italy, in the region of Bologna, and it traditionally is a sauce that has tomatoes, basil and garlic. A similar sauce is used when we make a lasagna, but a traditional lasagna sauce would have the herb oregano instead of basil in it. But nowadays, people put in whatever they feel like herb-wise. The sauce is a very versatile sauce. If you add chili powder and red kidney beans and serve it with rice, you've got chili con carne. Right, our onion then. No need to wash your onion because we're going to peel it. We're going to leave the root, the hairy bit on as long as possible, because that's where most of the smell comes from. We're going to take the stem off, makes it easier to peel. Bridge with our hand and cut our onion in half. Then we're going to peel it back to the shiny skin, whether it be a white onion or a red onion. Peel it back to the shiny skin. Still leaving our root on so we don't get watery eyes. Bridge with our hand again, and we're going to slice down from stem to root, and then we're going to slice across. Again, nice fine diced pieces because of cooking within 15 minutes. That's the time it's going to simmer. When you've diced it, dispose of the root end. And notice that I'm putting my vegetables in piles. That is because they're going to be added at different times. So bridge again, slice down, stem to root, and across. skin on the carrot, you are going to provide more fibre. I've got plenty of fibre in mine with the mushrooms and the peppers, so I'm going to peel my carrot using the potato peeler out of the drawer. And then I'm going to show you 2 ways to prepare it. If your chopping skills are good and you can chop it finely, then that's the way you do it. So top and tail it, cut it into manageable slices, bridge with my hand, slice, slice, and then dice. It's got to cook within 15 minutes, so you're going to have to dice it very finely. If you can't dice it as finely as this, then you will be better to use a grater. Also, if you were trying to get vegetables into children who didn't like vegetables, grating a vegetable hides it in the meal, and children are more likely to eat it. So if you can't dice that finely, then you get your grater, large hole of the grater, flat hand, and you grate your carrot. You won't use marks for grating the carrot. Try not to break your fingers. Trying to grate like this means you will break your fingers. Don't try and be a hero and break the whole thing. Just pop that on your plate, keeping yourself organised. All that waste can then go into the pig bucket. Get all your carrot out of the grater. Can go on the side, ready to be washed up. And there's your grated carrot. The final vegetables I'm going to prepare is mushrooms. Now mushrooms shrink on cooking. If the stalk looks alright, leave it on, don't waste it. And you're going to slice. Now you don't need to slice very finely because mushrooms shrink as they cook. You're leaving the skin on because that has the fibre in it, so there's no need to peel it. And if your mushrooms are enormous, all you do is cut them in half like that. Okay? Four or 5 mushrooms will be plenty. Just taking the very ends off. And then slice them. Now, you have a choice on your recipe of either bringing in a jar sauce or making your own homemade sauce. If you bring in a jar sauce, it's a lot quicker. It also can be a lot cheaper because you don't have to buy the garlic, the basil, the tomato puree and the tomatoes all at once. And basil. So it can be cheaper and quicker. But processed foods contain a lot of hidden salt, fats and sugar. So it's actually healthy for you to make your own sauce. So this is a bulb of garlic. You only need a clove or 2 cloves of garlic, depending on your taste, how garlicky you want it. Garlic in this recipe is there to lift the flavours of the other ingredients. It's a flavour enhancer. is not there for you to go, lots of garlic in this. You're going to top and tail your garlic. Take the ends off it. You're going to take the dry outer skin off it. Okay, garlic is a member of the onion family. And you can put the rest of your bulb in the fridge to use at a later date. So we peel off the dry outer skin. And we're going to put it through the garlic crusher. The garlic crushers will be on the middle table, ready for you to use. We haven't got 28 of them, so you will have to return it to the middle table for other people to use. And the garlic goes in the crusher. You crush it. And that is crushed that very well, so I'm just going to finely chop that. Just to finish it off. There's my garlic. So I'm going to get my other products ready for my sauce. So, I need tomato puree. Open the end of the tomato puree using the lid. That's ready for use. My basil. And tin of chopped tomatoes. The ring pull it all the way back and then forward. Do not put the lid in the bin until you've emptied the tomatoes out, and then you can pop the lid in there for safety. And then finally, my meat. So, in my saucepan, I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil. Of course, if you dry fried the mince, you would be reducing the fat by buying lean minced beef. You're obviously reducing the fat content again. Now, if you brought it from the supermarket, there is a piece of paper underneath it. So do make sure that you don't pop that piece of paper into your saucepan. So pop your mince in the saucepan. Wash your hands because you've been handling a high-risk food, and now you're ready to brown the mince off. So you need a wooden spoon for this. You want the temperature on high. With the gas ovens, you turn it to the cow side and then to the high flame. With the electric ovens, you need to turn it right up to to electric 6, and you're going to fry your mince. You're going to fry your mince until it's brown. Then you're going to add your harder vegetables and your garlic. Fry those for about 5 minutes. Then your sauce and your softer vegetables. So you're going to stir it around with your wooden spoon while it browns. Now, if you are using veggie mince or corn mince, veggie mince and corn mince have already been heat treated, so you will not have to brown it off first. You will put your hard vegetables in, such as your peppers, your carrots, your onions, fry them off for 5 minutes, then add your corn mince, then your sauce and your soft vegetables. There's no need to brown it. But your lamb, your pork, your chicken, your beef, that needs browning off. Seals in the nutrients and improves the flavour. So you're browning it off. And if you wish to reduce the fat even more, once you've browned it off, if it was a particularly a value minced beef, which tends to have more fat in it, you could actually drain the fat off once you've browned the mince. If you use corn, corn is much lower in fat, so 3% fat. So you're reducing the fat using the corn mince. The reason I'm telling you all this is because the last practical you do this year, you will actually have to choose a main meal recipe of an Italian reflection, which this is, and you will have to try and reduce the fat and increase the fibre of the original recipe. So reducing the fat, you could change the mince, you could drain the fat off, you can dry fry instead of using fat to fry it in, and to increase fibre, you can add extra vegetables, you can leave skins on vegetables such as carrots, and you can serve your Bolognese sauce with wholemeal or whole wheat pasta. So all ideas to increase fibre and reduce fat. So once your mince is browned off, then you're going to add your hard vegetables and your garlic. So I'm adding my garlic now. Obviously if you're using a jar sauce, the garlic is already in the sauce. I'm adding my peppers, my onions and my carrots. And I'm leaving my mushrooms, they're a soft veg, till I've added my sauce. Just got my mushrooms left. So I'm giving those soften and seal. Now if you do use corn or veggie mince, you will find that they absorb a lot more liquid than animal mince. So you might find that when you've added your jar sauce or made your sauce, you might need to add some extra water because the meat analogue, that's what they're called, has absorbed the moisture. Also, if you use a lot of vegetables, you might need a little bit more sauce as well. So you're going to seal the vegetables, and then you're going to add your sauce. So you're going to add your jar of chopped tomatoes. If they're not chopped, get a knife in the tin, chop them up, add a little bit of water to that to get all of the chopped tomatoes out. My tin lid can then go in and it can be popped in the bin. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 1, whoops, 2, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of basil. Now if I was using fresh basil, it would be a tablespoon. And give that a stir. And I can then add my mushrooms to that. If I had courgettes, I'd be adding them now, peas, sweet corn, aubergines, that type of softer veg I would be adding. So you add them. Now once you've got it to the boil, this sauce needs to simmer for 15 minutes to cook the vegetables and finish off cooking the meat. So if you're lucky enough to be just two of you in the kitchen, you can change it to the back ring, which is the simmering ring. You simmer, turn your front ring off. I'm going to add some black pepper as well, that's a flavour enhancer. Improves the flavour of my dish. And to simmer, you want it to gently bubble. So, stir in that black pepper. Put the lid on and turn it down to low and leave it to simmer for 15 minutes. While it's simmering, you're going to wash up and tidy up, and then you're going to get a page for your progress chart and mark it against the criteria on the board. Stir the bolognese occasionally, and when you think it's cooked, take it off the heat. Don't forget to turn the heat off. Cooker away. Lid down. Make sure you have a name on your box, otherwise somebody else might take your sauce. Your sauce can go straight into your tub. Put the lid on when it's been marked, and that will then go into the glass chiller before popping in the fridge. Make sure you wash the saucepan lid as well as the saucepan. When you get home, you can prepare some